How's everybody doing? Well, same old. I'm learning to laugh about it more. Oh, I don't even know if this is accurate enough, but let's make do. How's everybody doing? I hope I am in focus because the phone died, the battery died. I was teaching all day today, and then I'm going to be doing some consultation with some people that I'll be talking to today. But we are going to finish the root chakra. I think it's part four. It might be a part three. I might have to change it. I got my spliff. I pour my song with some soda, more soda and ice than pour my song. My brandy, and my Perrier water. I'm not much of a brandy drinker. I put a little bit with some soda. I don't drink sodas. I don't drink soft drinks. So something. The blisters in and out. And another next week, what the 17th, I go to complete the surgery here and then begin the others. Ah, the root chakra. I hope everyone has been enjoying the series. We are going to complete the series with the crown chakra. Hopefully before the end of this week. Well, the week is over. It's Friday, so I'll see if I can have it all done before Monday. Unfortunately, I can't see any one of you guys because I have the machine backwards because it mysteriously the front part disappeared. These are the experiences I've been going through. Uh, yeah, intense. I have never gone through the things that I have gone through in all my years, like I'm going through now. I mean, it is so powerful a force going against you, destroy your work, destroy everything. And of course, we understand that this is part of the polarity. You cannot experience bliss or euphoria even without experiencing the opposite polarity. That sucks. Uh, I will never be convinced that this is how it's supposed to be. In my heart, mind, and soul, it's not supposed to be like this and this difficult and this evil and this disbalanced. We are being ruled by a demiurgic God who is not perfect. And I think that's part of the problem. And we are also imperfect as we're made in the image and likeness of these beings. And that explains a lot. But damn, sometimes you just have to pontificate like, damn, what is the purpose of it all? You feel like it's this fertility that sets in because after all is said and done, what next? And this conversation or this stream of thinking goes along with today's topic on the root chakra, which represents the foundation of everything. Like it says in the Bible, the, the heavens is my crown and the earth is my footstool. Okay, what happens in between? And what is it for? So, in continuation with the root chakra represents the foundation not just of your physical body, but also the foundation of your psychological conditioning and also liberation and expansion. Which is why, if you look at the picture, I took a picture of the crown. The crown chakra is what we are aspiring to obtain. And the end result of that is spiritual bliss and surrender. But it comes with a price. I mean, what doesn't come with a price? And the price is that you have to put work, effort. With the root, being stable, knowing who you are, embracing and accepting who you are. These are root chakra concerns. It begins at the root chakra and then it culminates at the solar plexus, where we begin to develop a sense of personality and ego. Very important process of gestational developmental development. A lot of things can go wrong when you have a damaged root chakra. And I gave examples of some of these blockages and damages to the root chakra. And it's very easy to damage the root chakra because the root chakra is the first to develop and it develops early. The ego awakens at age 2 or 3 and reaches full consciousness and control of its vehicle. You know, it won't shit on itself, it won't piss on itself, it won't touch something that could be dangerous or hot, you know, because there's no ego to direct it. As he gets older, it begins to develop an ego supplanted by conditioning of the parents and everything around him. And at 7, as many material scientists have and educators have concluded, the ego becomes set by age 7. And it is here that also the root chakra begins to develop. So any damage happening at this level is extremely severe. You can almost guarantee that that child will grow up to be a very unhappy, unfulfilled adult. Because the symptoms of a root chakra does not occur in childhood or adolescence. It begins to manifest in adulthood. When you gotta pay bills, when you gotta manage life stresses, life crises. We all go through life. And if you're not grounded, unstable, this can be a very rocky and difficult journey. Mhm. What can harm the root chakra? Sexual molestation is one of the common ones. Rape is another. And that's the sexual category. Then we have the psychosocial interpersonal category. And in here we have issues of abandonment, neglect, and physical abuse, like with the belt or the back, you know, which in our cultures is very common, not in so many others. It can go out of hand and you can end up abusing it and cramping the ego of the developing child. After you reach a particular age, I would say age 21, it's almost impossible to cause damage to the root chakra. The most vulnerable where damage can occur and it can be irreversible will have to be the prepubescent formative years. That's where it's the most critical and the most dangerous to hurt someone that can affect the root chakra. Because if that happens, then the ego and personality does not develop properly. Very clinical. All right, so let us, without further ado, begin the root chakra. most about ways to repair the root chakra and what type of exercises and meditation techniques that you can employ to begin the healing process. And they call it the healing process for a reason, because it is it is a process. It is a process, as any clinician will tell you. Okay. Oops, excuse me, I know I'm a little bit. What's going on with me today? All right. Okay. What? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little gold lighter I bought in Sweetwater, Texas. Remember, I'm 54 years old. I like the old style, old fashioned. And you know what I mean? Fuck yeah. I gotta get better at that though. I think I am. Sometimes you just gotta have a little humor. Uh-huh. We are gonna do a quick run through because I really believe that I covered a lot of the real main things that dealing with culture, society, government, and how every sector of society plays a role in the healing of an individual or the creating of a social pathology that can affect a community or a nation. One is not disconnected from the other. Well, an example, serial killers. Serial killers. Let's talk about them for a minute. Serial killers are a problem in our society because anyone can be targeted. Now, what the fuck did we do that we deserve to die at the hands of a serial killer? Well, that serial killer was abused as a child and became a monster as an adult. Monsters are created, they are never born. Child molesters and serial killers and rapists become monsters after they become abused. And if it's not corrected, and these people don't seek help or counseling, or they are in supportive programs to help these people heal, then they become a liability to our society. So now it becomes a social problem. So the root chakra deals a lot with social um, vicissitudes, congruencies that begin in the individual childhood experience, bleeding outward into open society. They crisscross each other at some point. Uh-huh. We talked about the poor and socially economic disadvantaged groups having damaged root chakra because the poverty has them distracted to take care of basic needs, and they don't have the time to nurture the children properly because they are in survival mode because the next day they might not have enough to eat. These are concerns and survivability issues that hit at the base core of the root chakra. But this happens also with wealthy individuals who has too much money and they don't have time to nurture or raise their children. They give it to servants and nannies, and that also can damage the root chakra for these very wealthy, privileged children who are not given the proper model discipline that is going to require of them to have when mommy and daddy are dead and there's no more money. Or they'll fall prey to predators that will destroy them and take their money because they weren't prepared for life. That's another way that the root chakra can be damaged. Unrealistic raising of children, giving everything and not realizing that they're in a bubble of reality that does not reflect the whole world. So, well, the good thing is that a lot has been done over the decades to improve social conditions, improve quality of life for the poor and the working class and the young. A lot has been done. A lot still needs to be done. We still have an issue with homelessness in America. The most wealthiest country in the world, which is us, the United States, is good, right? And we have a homeless issue. We should not be having a homeless issue in America, the wealthiest country in the land. Well, I've been to a few wealthy countries in the world. Singapore, I told you about Singapore. They take pride. I mentioned it before. You know what they say? And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I got on a plane and went myself to Singapore. But I was stunned at what I saw. And you know me, Virgo, I waited until everyone went to sleep. And I'm a night owl. So, I get my wallet, get my money. Singapore is expensive. It truly is for the wealthy. Uh, they said that we got no poor people here and we got no homeless. Don't say that because that's not true. Every country you have rich and poor people. Every country has a polarity. So that's what got me on that plane. And I sat on that plane for 22 fucking hours because it takes about 22 hours to get to Singapore. And I could not believe what I saw. And I mentioned the stories, I may remember some, and I'm not going to go into a lot. But the point is, end result, I didn't see any poor people there. And Singapore is not that big. But then again, poverty is a relative term. And so is wealthy. It's relative terms. It depends. I only stayed there for 2 weeks, so I didn't have enough time to really, like an anthropologist, observe and see and then conclude. This is the job of social workers and people in the social sciences that make these measurements, studies, and they, determine what's happening with society. No poor people. Everyone seemed happy, beautiful, glamorous. It was like stepping into a soap opera. Take your pick. But even in Singapore, there was homelessness. Now I got it. I had to find them though, because you know me. I go to the fringes of the city and the outskirts, the corners, in the dark woods. Look at you. I'm attracted to that. That's the Pluto element, the Scorpio. I go to the seedy parts of town. I take off all my, so I don't get mugged or something. And I act like a regular one. What's up? What's up? Virgo, we could be chameleons. Now I'm looking and taking notes. And then, if you really want to know a country, let's say you're traveling, if you really want to know what's really going on with a country, you know what you do? Talk to the taxi drivers. The taxi drivers, they know the whole city. And they are true sociologists. They can tell you what's really going on. Oh, I had a field day with the cabs in Singapore. They were telling me the real deal of what was going on. Fierce. So I mentioned that because the root chakra has a lot to do And just in case you're wondering why I'm talking so much about social welfare, society, culture, because it is the root of that. What do you think got us out of the caves? From Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon man to living with cut flowers and chrysanthemums, suit, expensive cologne, and refined culture. You think that's gonna come out of the air? We have to learn it from somewhere. Right? The archons. Oh yes, it connects. It connects. Trust me, it connects. Uh, but that process of evolution, even for a society, a culture, or a race, it begins with the individual first. It begins with the individual. Do not move it again. It begins with the individual. And then it extends to its open society. Well, in the individual, then the family, then society. That's also a trinity. One, family, society. Okay, let's talk about the exercises that one would need in order to heal a damaged or blocked root chakra. The following exercises will help restore function to the root chakra. And it's so simple, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's so simple. In fact, you must have called, come on, Fernando, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, yes, it's simple. Well, I'll give you an example of something so simple that you could not believe how hard it is for people to do. You all heard of The Secret, right? That if you believe in something and you act as if, like fake it till you make it, that it will actually bring it to you. You all know about The Secret, right? And well, the planetary energy that connects to that principle is Neptune in astrology. Well, that's not far removed from a few exercises that deals with restoring the root chakra. And it's interesting that these exercises were selected by many doctors of conventional medicine, internists, physiologists, and also allied health fields and holistic fields. They've all gotten together to see how holistically a human body can be healed, mind, body, and soul. Uh, the Aquarian age that we're now in is going to introduce that. So, and I had mentioned this before that conventional medicine as we know it is going to be a thing of the past. Good, because it was a money hungry whore. It's still pushing stuff on us, like the vaccines. Do you know that I went to KFC right here on 150th Street between Amsterdam and Broadway? For those of you who live in New York City, I went to get some, a three-piece fried chicken with dark meat with, two biscuits and wedgies. I gotta gain weight, so I have to eat a lot of carbs because I'm still losing weight. My rings fall off. So, but not as much as before though, because I'm eating a lot, I'm drinking a lot of tea. So I'm working on it. Again, the body's slowly recovering. So here we have a situation where that's exactly what you need to restore the root chakra. What is it that you need to restore the root chakra? Belief that you can heal your own body. I told, look, no, will you stop it? You got your liquor. I gave him to drink. And he's like, no, 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 you're not having it's not even anymore. They're so mad at me because I'm not drinking anymore. And they get mad. But I buy them drink, I buy them bottles, scotch, the best too. Come on. I just cannot. You don't realize that because the reptilians, they're the most hostile, they don't know what love is. And I'm trying to teach them that love requires also loving yourself and taking care of your body. They have no idea what I'm talking about. They don't have no concept because they don't have a soul and they don't have a spirit. Oh, see, they're like particles in beings. Okay, yes, yes, you know what that means. So understand that it's oh my God, this did not go very well in the scientific community and in the health and allied professions. I have seen myself people be ridiculed and laughed out of offices because they brought these ideas back in the 80s when it was foreign concept. Here we are, 40 years later, and we are exactly talking what was first a germinal seed in the 80s. Now it has sprout into a necessity because our world has become that much complex. Now, the exercises and meditation techniques have a lot to do with the Neptune of the book, The Secret. Uh, and these people probably employ some of those principles in writing some of these books, in which I get a lot of these sources from. Oh, yes. Let me I don't drink soda ever. When I was younger, but for some reason, I don't know why, I have a craving for soda. Oh, this book is so big, I can't even put it down here. I have a craving for soda. That might happen from time to time when the body is detoxing. The body is like, it becomes like a nigga in the thirst, like they say in the hood. You know, give me another hit. I need another hit. The body does that because it wants its old euphoria back. So it's like a child. I want it. I want it. Wah, 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 wah. That's the ego uh, beginning to adulterate because you know the alcohol unfortunately can also impair ego function through cognition. Oh, I'll be right back. Let me get the sodas right there. Because what I have to say about KFC is that they have that stupid. You can't come in without the vaccine. You need the vaccine card. Now, mind you, that's a drive-through KFC also. You don't gotta go in. What they do? I was in shock. Well, I'm in Harlem, the hood. And I just looked at him and I'm like, I know you're not gonna throw me out of here because I don't have that fucking card. I'll take this fucking shit and throw it in your fucking face. Yeah, yeah. The every someone comes out again, very ugly. I don't like me. I am not leaving here. You're giving my fucking food. I become a whole different person because everybody's like, blind. You're just gonna let the government tell you that you cannot sell KFC because they don't have a vaccine and it's not even a dining facility. How much are we going to allow the government to do to push us around? Or how much or are we going to allow them to just kill us? Go get a line and go drink the Kool-Aid. And you're gonna get a line and go drink the Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, I see it was I snap. That's too much control. Too much control. Of course our government has to butt out a little bit. Too much control. Can I go have that over there? Why is it only here? I find some disturbing truths about that. And it's again in keeping with talking about the root chakra and what happens in open society when we don't have individual shit in order. It affects the outer. This magnitude of how serious it is to walk around the streets with an unhealed root chakra. A long time ago, it was in the 90s. Remember that incident in the 90s? The postal man went in and shot everybody. He went like people have to say now, oh look at that guy. He went postal. He shot all those people. When that first happened, I remember, and the post office was not that far from where I lived. Killed everybody. Oh, it was horrible. What the fuck made the postman turn on society and kill his fellow citizens? Well, it comes out later that there was problems with keeping the job, getting a raise, bills. These are root chakra stuff. And the man was not equipped to handle it, and I almost break down because, and there were so many different stories, and like a circle, like a spiral. And they were going to fire him, but they weren't paying him enough money. He felt like it was an injustice. He didn't have the proper skills, criminologists speaking in hindsight, that he probably didn't have the proper stability at home that could have made him be more tolerant and find other coping mechanisms to deal with situations like this that are very common, like losing your job or getting evicted. I mean, it's terrible, it's painful, but it does happen. And one has to have a certain amount of skill and maturity to handle these situations, especially if you have a family. So this man was not stable with his root chakra. And these are the people that do that kind of stuff. David Koresh of Waco, Texas, where he burned down the compound and 40 children burned in that compound and over 50 women. Now we have a problem if we have someone who's not right here and we ignore them, because that's what happened in Waco, Texas. The government ignored. See, it's a double-edged sword. If the government gets too involved in our lives, it's a problem. But if the government is not watchful of us, that's a problem too. Because then that's how the wackos get out there and then they do all kinds of things in open society. And now it forces the government to come into Waco with tanks and military. He got so powerful right underneath the nose because the government overlooked. And look what happened. We lost over 100 people burned in that fire, all women and children. This is an example of how a damaged root chakra of an individual can hurt open society. Take a pause there. I hope I don't see anything. Let me get up and just double check. Because I could be talking and nobody watching. No, what happened? I knew it. Something told me. Something told me. Something told me. He says, charges you may not be saved. Cancel or leave. I don't understand. So I'm going to press cancel. Something told me, get up and check, just in case. And I was right. You see how sad and be? Because I'd be real pissed off if I had to repeat all this again. Fierce. That was the reptilian with the tail. Knocked it right down. And I tell him sometimes, why do you guys, you're supposed to be protecting me and protecting the cause. Well, he says, oh, I don't want any company. And they never call me. They never call me. They just show up. This is how Saturn fucks with you. Pay attention, guys. This is how Saturn fucks with you. It keeps moving. It moves on its own. It's amazing. It's designed to do this to you. And I look too to be on the damn floor picking this stuff up. You almost feel, you almost, the severity of it. The severity. But that's precisely why it's happening, because the the information is so important that it is worth it. The devil, they say that when you are special to God, you become important to the devil. When you're doing too much good stuff, the devil says, what's going on here? He what? He's enlightening people. What? Get that motherfucker. Stop him. Do whatever it takes. Remember the story of Job? This ain't that far removed. This ain't that far removed. Nothing is new under the sun. The same pain and test that went on ages old is still alive and well today. It really is. And then, of course, the ultimate test is, how are you going to handle it? They are testing how you are handling it, how you are going to handle it. Are you going to let it stop you, or are you going to persevere? Well, I don't know about you, but I don't know failure. Failure and me do not mix. This is, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, it's intense. It's intense. All these things cause delay. Then I'm behind on schedules. I'm behind on appointments. I get disappointed. That's how Saturn strikes. To cause credibility issues. So people can get mad and upset. Oh, what kind of business is he running here? So people don't take me seriously. All those are the tactics of Saturn to see if you'll give up or if you'll persevere. Fierce. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times I do get very resentful. Sometimes I do get resentful that they make it this hard. It's unfair. It's unfair that the demiurge allows this to occur. This is why I don't believe that this is the supreme God. No loving God would allow this. Do you realize that I want to just go to bed? I'm tired. I'm 54 years old. But that's what it wants. And you know what I say? Fuck you. I'm going to have to trademark that word. Guys, you've been the best, always. The best. And it wants some of you to leave the site so you guys can get tired. Oh, God, let's go. It's to affect you too, so you don't get to stay on. It's fierce. And ladies and gentlemen, whoa, will you stop knocking it? I am not going to give up. So you're wasting your time. You're going to have to find another source to feed. Yes, I'm talking to you. Oh, kid. No, I'm not going to get ugly. That's what you want me to do, to get ugly. No, I look too cute to get ugly today. Find another source to feed. Okay. Okay. Let's try again. I don't know if you can really see me. Let me tilt it a little bit up. I know I'm almost scared, and I haven't started with the exercises. Let me do one more check behind to make sure I didn't lose it. I didn't lose the sight. And I lost light power. Let me see. Okay, I guess that'll do. Oh, it's terrible. I know, right? I'm gonna talk to you guys after I finish the stream. I'm gonna turn the camera on, then we can talk. That's the best part. Is to talk with you, connect with you guys. You see how the devil be? Oh, guys, give me a second. That took a second. But this is how the devil, Capricorn, Saturn, in Aries, in its fall. Oh, I would not wish this on anybody. On my worst enemy, I won't wish them. Mm-mm. One woman told me, Fernando, I'd rather be fucking poor and be rich and have all these problems. I go, well, once we get there, six figures, seven figures, that's when we realize how we've been scammed, fooled. We think poverty is tough? I don't know true poverty. Thank God. But I don't know true wealth either. And I'm experiencing something close to it now. And if that's what we have as a prospect and to aspire even unto the next life, well, damn, keep that fucking wealth. Because nothing can buy peace of mind like being internally happy with self. When you are happy with yourself, you don't need anything, not even money, believe it or not. Money is a necessity. Yes, we need it to, well, we think we need it. We think we need it. We don't. We can transcend the money. But as a humanity, we're still having an issue getting this right. And this is another root chakra problem because it's Scorpio, Pluto, and the eighth house. There's a verse in the Bible, I'm going to find it for you, where it says, the more money and the more wealth you accumulate, the more painful and sadder the tragedies of life. Well, damn. Well, how the fuck you win? It's a joke, let me tell you. I don't think I've ever once experienced true happiness on my way to the top. And I don't think I've met any millionaire that was completely happy. Mm-mm. No, it's an illusion. Happiness is an illusion. But then again, one can say the same thing about pain. This is why this world is a holographic world. It's a hologram, not real. But it feels real. Oh, all right. Let's try again. Yeah, they made the right one. My birth chart has a good place. The Aries moon, that was a good placing that the gods gave me. That was a good placing. Because I don't know the meaning of failure or giving up. Oh, it's a fancy just to hear the words. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I'm watching you. Okay. The reptilian is there because it runs in the family bloodline. My blood, can't talk too much about my blood online. But we do have special blood types. Okay. Um, mm-hmm. It's hard to poke at the blisters. They come and go, like herpes. That's the alcohol, vitamin A deficiency, B6. Oh, they're giving me therapy for vitamins. Amazing the damage that the alcohol does over time. Did I care? No, and still don't care. But now that I know how to jump in and get the body back to where it needs to be. And that's a process. But it is painful. People have broke down and cry when they walk up and now you love your body after like I'm crying. Girl, don't worry about it. I'll bounce back. Just give me time. It took a long time for me to get here. I'm not gonna bounce back overnight. Give it time. Don't give it too much energy. It'll bounce back. And I want people to see that because then it inspires other people to get on their own shit and get things done. Because there should be no excuse because Uncle Fernando gives no excuses. Okay. Exercises and meditation techniques. The following exercises will help restore function to the root chakra. We begin with exercise one. Okay, exercise one. Write down 5 things you would like to do and enjoy. Number one. Then make a date or an appointment to yourself to actually do it. This exercise will help strengthen responsibility and develop perseverance and consistency. Because when you have a damaged root chakra, these areas of the will becomes impaired, and depression can set in that much more easily. Involve yourself in activity that puts you in direct contact with nature. Gardening, planting, volunteer on a community-based organization or nonprofit, those that help with the ailments of society. Sometimes helping somebody out that's in a similar situation helps you become more empowered to then handle your own business. Yeah, I think it is. Exercise number 2. Pamper yourself. Look in the mirror and give appraisal to your physical body, especially if you've been raped or molested and you have body shaming issues. Even if you don't think so, see your body as the beautiful temple that it is and be proud of the beauty and sensuality that it exudes. Know that you are honoring not just you, but the God, the Creator in you. Visualize, imagine any flaws that you may have or that you think you may have to no longer be present in your body. By the way, when you do this, you have to be fully naked. And if you react at all, then there's issues there that you need to address. Either address the perspective and how you're looking at it, or actually fix the physical situation. Exercise 3. Buy yourself something expensive. Skip paying the rent this month if you have to. You deserve it. And buy yourself something nice and expensive. You have to nurture the inner child that's been wounded at the root chakra that never grows up to become an adult at the solar plexus level. To make that connection, you got to go back and heal the inner child. And this is how you do it. Loving yourself. If you didn't get it from others, give it to yourself. Exercise 4. Write in your journal, and if you don't have one, get one. Write in your journal anything that comes to mind without thinking about it, and don't rewrite it. Just write down the mental, intuitive message that you get that's guiding you. Okay? My margarita, I can. A little bit. The night is early. Okay? So, this one is out of the 4 exercises. This one might be the hardest. Because sometimes we are embarrassed or ashamed ourselves that we hide it from ourselves. And here is where you're going to need to develop some discipline, some courage, and do baby steps. If you feel you're too fat, you might need to go to the mirror and actually admit it. And then make affirmations to change it, which also includes going to the doctor or going to a dietitian or a nutritionist to help you learn how to eat properly. If it's a hormonal issue, a genetics issue, help can be done if you are aware of that. But you have to do your homework and your research. That way you enter into a regimen realistically and then lose the weight that you want to lose. The weight doesn't come back because it keeps coming back. So the body, so you need to change certain fundamentals of your body so like that you can control that aspect of dieting. If weight is the issue, that's an example. And we are done with the sacred chakra. All I have to do is those 4 basic exercises. It will be taken down and put on Patreon. In Patreon, I'll have more exercises. And then we're going to go back on the air where then I talk about the third eye chakra. And that's already ready. So I'm going to turn this around to talk to you guys. That's the fun part. Don't you dare. Do not shut up on me. Hello, guys. Okay, first I'm watching the chat because it's backwards. Again, Saturn, of course. Let me see if I can give you a little flowery visual while I talk to you. Okay. Who's here? Let me go all the way down. Okay, and where's my Mr. Magoo? Here you are. Okay. Wasila. What's up? Dagmara. Escawila. Max Wiska. Lionel Smith. Bun. January. Moondula Empress. Love you back. Jason Havoc. January. No. That was a liar. It keeps going up. Indigo KI 1111. Cranky Beast 22. Thank you. The Easter Bunny. Oh my God. Uh, the last dawn. I see you, Mr. Jeffrey Thompson. I will talk to you this evening. Yeah, I'll talk to you this evening and we'll set that up. Good to hear from you. Reflection. Cranky Beast. Oh, do okay. We got the Indigo. We got James Smith. Okay, I'm trying to move the chat so I can get all of you. Okay, let me see. Huh. I'm trying to move the chat line, guys, so I can see all of your name. But for some reason, when I move it, it changes the screen and it's miniaturizing it, but it's not moving the chat line. This is crazy. It's one problem after another. This is well, it's crazy. This is crazy. Bear with me, guys. Let me see if I can type something. I might be frozen. Now, isn't it funny that this is the best part is talking to you guys, and now I can't even do that. You see how it works? The devil. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Maybe okay. I have to call the name of Jesus sometimes. See it. Okay, Indigo Jane Smith. We have secondhand sampler. How are you? Mira. Who are they putting in camps? Mira, you said millions are out marching in Australia. They started putting them to camps too. Oh, yeah, that's coming. Yes, I've had dreams of that and other people too. No, you're not going to hear about it in the news. They're doing that on purpose. Bun, how are you? Nicole Robin, how are you? Okay, and who else? Felix. How are you, Felix? Thank you for being so supportive. Summer Breeze. Agina Moon. Agina, yeah, I got Saturn in my seventh house. Deposited in the third. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Mine hasn't hit yet. It'll hit in 2 more years. I'm going through my lunation, which happens every 27 years. No, I do not want. Oh, come on. It's trying to erase. It's trying to shut off, and it should not be shutting off. Again, the devil. The devil. This is why Capricorn, Saturn, and the 10th house is referenced in occult philosophy as the devil. It's by design to make things hard and bad and even mean to evolve us to the next level. But I'm sorry, I gotta be careful. I can't talk too much because I don't want to be another Job, right? They got fucked them up. And he was just asking innocent questions, fucked them up. So I don't want to make that mistake. But I don't believe that we have to suffer like this to learn. I think it's been made that way. In my heart, I will never believe that this is the only way. Okay. Luisa Sanchez. Oh, I dropped my Mr. Magoo. How are you? Felix Black Cat. Kimora Johnson. Felix, the only hell that exists is the hell that we create in our minds. This is hell. I do believe that. This is for hell. Uh, okay, Kimora. Some of your questions. James Smith, that's a personal journey. Of course it is. That's correct, Mr. Felix. We have to raise our vibration so we don't come back to this motherfucker. I have the strength, Cranky Beast 225, but I had to pay a price for that strength. I had to pay a price. Strength is given to those who go through shit. So we can continue to go through shit. I'd rather not go through shit. But they both come together. Some people like the earth life and like to be here. I don't like to be in a place where there's constant pain and suffering. It's such an offense to the human condition. Because with everything else that we need to deal with, then we got to deal with that too. Get out of here. I think it's too over the top. But I can't talk too much because I don't want to get fucked up too. Remember Joe? Fucked him up. Yeah, damn. I got scared. Let me not question him. Damn, because Joe questioned and still got fucked up some more. Well, damn, we can't even question what happens to us. That book of Job, you need to read it. That's fierce. Fierce. It's a fight between Job and Jehovah. And we see this fight when Jehovah disguises himself as an angel and strikes Abraham in the leg and the thigh. Oh, he's a fierce motherfucker. This demiurgic god of the Jews. Let's see. You guys have any questions about what you've guys seen? Oh, wait, it's been an hour and 4 minutes. Guys, thank you very much. Please donate and please follow me on Twitter, Facebook, what's the other one? Instagram and all the other sites. Thank you. And now I'm going to talk about esoteric Aquarius. That's coming next.